Hello bikers, is it just me or the KTM Dukes, their headlight looks like an open labia? So I just had to make a quick stop. The satnav, the twatnav, says 29 minutes, but we all know what the game is, and I'm going to play the game. Beat the satnav. Although obviously using the satnav means I don't know where I'm fucking going, so I might just take it easy and talk to you lovely people. I fucking love the weekend. I live for the weekend. I live for time off work. I mean, I'm very lucky with my job. I do enjoy my job, or well, for the most part. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I've been doing this same job now for a very long time, so I don't enjoy all of it as much as I used to, but I am very, very lucky. I do count my blessings that I've got a job that is relatively stress-free and allows me enough flexibility to enjoy life. I mean, I don't have to worry about work when I finish work. You know, I never have to stress about anything, you know, outside of work really, but or you know, anything work related when I'm not at work. And I know that not everybody has that luxury, so I do consider myself very, very blessed. A while back actually, there was a couple of people trying to guess what I did for a living. Well, I'm not going to reveal it completely, but I will give you a clue, or a couple of clues, or I'll tell you a little bit about it, because the thing that I do for a living helps me do this sort of stuff. So basically, public speaking is the bread and butter of my day job. And I've been doing some form of public speaking now since I was 14 years old. So I joined the Army Cadets when I was a young teenager, and during that time I became a junior cadet instructor, and therefore had experience at delivering training to other cadets. So a form of public speaking, talking to groups of people, leading groups of people. And then of course I joined the army when I was 17, or just before my 17th birthday, and I did 16 years in the army. Now in the army, if you want to get promoted through the ranks, you will absolutely have to at some point do some form of public speaking, you know, leading people, briefing people, delivering training of some sort. It's an absolute necessity. It's part and parcel of the job. And then when I left the army, I worked for a small company, and we were delivering leadership training and development. So again, talking to groups of people all the time. And then in my current job with my current company, pretty much the same, doing training, leadership, personal development, mental health, first aid, one-to-one coaching, and occasionally, although not so much nowadays, but up to about a couple of years ago, we would quite often be in front of groups of 150 people, you know, talking, public speaking. So doing that for, well, all through my adult life and for a lot of my teenage life has really helped me to have the confidence to be able to do shit like this. I mean, I'm not saying that makes me fucking good at it. I don't know. There are probably well, there are so many content creators out there that are much better than I am. I don't, you know, I'm very much a small fish in a very, very big pond of people that are experts in this sort of stuff. But yeah, as far as content creation is going, like I'm getting there, you know, I'm learning. But with the public speaking side of things, it just comes naturally now. So yeah, so there's a couple of clues. This motovlog has turned into a bit of a fucking this is your life, isn't it? Who was the presenter that used to do This Is Your Life? I can't remember his name. Yeah, so yeah, I'm revealing a lot actually, but not giving away any personal details. It was funny this morning, I got recognised by, so this morning, I don't know whether this is going to be on the camera in the final edit or not, but a car came round the corner and stuck his thumbs up and smiled as though he, and I thought to myself initially, I thought, do I know that guy? And I didn't recognise him. And then basically I got alongside him and pulled away, and I had a quick look and I didn't recognise him. But it turns out he recognised me from YouTube because he put a comment on one of my videos about 10 minutes ago. So yeah, it's like quite a surreal experience just to be again recognised randomly in the street. Oh, what's my next turn? Using satnav on a sports bike is a real pain in the arse because you have to keep looking down and you have to take your eyes off the road completely, so it could be quite dodgy. More bikers. Hello bikers. Biker friends. Oh friends, biker friends. It is good when you get a nod. Not all bikers nod. A lot do. I try and nod most of the time. Sometimes I don't nod, and it's probably because I'm fucking halfway around the corner and I'm concentrating on getting around the corner, and then a bike comes around the corner and they nod. But by the time I register them nodding, I've gone. So sometimes I don't, but it's not intentional. I don't intentionally ignore other bikers, but I do try and nod most of the time. It looks like the sun's coming in. Is that a blue sky? Fucking hell, it is. It's a blue sky. Well, happy fucking days. A blue sky in July. Who'd have thought it? It's a nice little road this, but it's there's not really all that many overtaking opportunities. Hey, things have evolved, eh? So I started doing these I started doing TikTok lives in October last year, and oh, he was on a Duke, wasn't it? It was a KTM Duke, wasn't it? Is it just me, or the KTM Dukes, their headlight looks like an open labia? It's so off-putting. And if you didn't think that, or you didn't recognise that, then you'll never look at a KTM Duke the same way again now that I've mentioned it. But they do. Their headlights look like an open labia. Or is that just how my mind works? I don't know. Does anyone else think that? Well, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I started doing TikTok lives October last year, and was it last year? Yeah, it was October last year, and they got sort of relatively popular, and then plateaued for a bit, and then they got even more popular, and then we sort of formed, a few of us from those lives sort of formed a bit of a core group of really good friends. Then I started doing more and more sort of advice videos, and then I started uploading occasional videos to YouTube and more of that, and it seems to have evolved. And then the biggest jump recently in, I guess, ratings or rankings, the thing that's got me the latest sort of spike in followers and subscribers on YouTube is the Germany trip. And the good news, folks, the good news is there's going to be another one next year. I would love, you know, one day just to ride to Europe on my own, you know. I love going there with friends, and obviously that makes it fantastic because you can have a couple of beers at night, but I don't know, I think I'd like to do it on my own one day, just for a few days. That would be a very different experience, I think, because you know you haven't got anyone else to depend on, you're completely self-sufficient. And a friend of mine who has done that, actually, I think a couple of times, he said that it was really enjoyable, like the whole thing was brilliant. However, the evenings, when you're chilling out in the evenings, obviously can get a bit lonely. Now, I don't mind my own company as such, but I just wonder what it would be like if I was, you know, in a foreign country on my own on the bike for 3 or 4 days. It would be really interesting. Well, I do need to pay attention to the satnav now because I have no clue where I'm going. I mean, I know this road, and I've ridden this road quite a few times actually, because this is one of the alternative routes to come back from Cheltenham back towards Wiltshire. So I've ridden it mostly in the opposite direction, but I don't know where. I've never been to Max's house before, so yeah, I need to pay attention. The Audi, yeah, dash Audi. Everyone I've ever spoke to about German cars have either been one or the other, like Audi or BMW, or Mercedes, I guess, as well. But I don't think I've ever spoke to anyone that said actually I like them all. I mean, I'm a BMW man. I have a BMW. I've had BMWs for 10-11 years now, and I love BMWs. My mate Dino is an Audi man. My son-in-law is a Mercedes man. He hates BMWs. I think Dino doesn't like BMWs either. But yeah, so everyone I've ever met is either one or the other, BMW or Audi. I've never really been a fan of Audi. I do, again, I say this about a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily like, but I do appreciate what they are. I should get that on a t-shirt. I say that a lot about other bikes as well. I appreciate what they are, but I don't like them. Maybe that's a saying that I could coin. I'm waffling bollocks again. Yeah, I've never really liked the styling, whereas I do love the styling of most BMWs, not all of them, I must admit. Like the i3, what the fuck is that all about? The BMW i3, that car can fuck off. It's embarrassing. The X1, fuck off.